Hey guys, and welcome to the Rebirth Now cast. We'll be talking about the new comics that come out every week. That's what this podcast is about. I'm a little behind on stuff because family was here. Dad's mom was here for 2 weeks, so it kind of made it hard to film and record in my usual setup. So we're going to start and go through what I missed. First, the stuff from the week after Christmas. I'm going to do multiple videos. I don't know if I'm going to record multiple podcasts. I don't know if I'm going to do them all today. I'm going to leave here one done, so I can get one ahead. And I'll try to get caught up here throughout the week and get more of these done. I'll at least try to, if I can, I'll get 2 done, but we'll see. We'll do this one first. So, and I have a cup of tea, so if you hear me drinking the tea, because I got a cup of tea and it's really good. That's really good. So now we're going to start one Marvel book. The one we have is Spider-Gwen, issue 15. They came out, I know, the week of Christmas, but when I did that video, I got Spider-Gwen issue 14, and since I do issues, if I'm behind on a series, I'll get caught up on it. In videos, I was behind on that one an issue, so I did that one. And I don't like to do multiple issues in one comic, so I kind of decided I'll wait and do that one in this video. Just save for the next video, so I didn't have 2 Spider-Gwen comics in one video. Because I thought that would be a little... I don't like to do the same comic multiple times in a video. So, yeah. So we're going to start with this one. This is a good issue. It is the Christmas issue. As much as you could say. We get to learn some more stuff. We find Remember, like, breaking into jail. And it is seemingly... the girl in jail, I'm assuming, is... I was going to say Elektra, but no. It's Cindy Moon, who is the... I guess the evil version. Cindy Moon on the regular Marvel Earth is Silk, and this is like an evil bad guy. She's in love with Matt Murdock or something. So that's cool. And so Mary Jane and Watson playing a gig and stuff, and they kind of know, like, she's Spider-Gwen, but, she doesn't... She's Spider-Gwen, but it's, like, doesn't really know... she's Spider-Gwen, but she's, like, kind of like, oh, no, I'm not Spider-Gwen, kind of. I think it would be easier if you just kind of let them know until it would make it this thing a whole lot easier. But they're trying to stop a guy because he stole her purse. And one of the bad guys, one of the guys who walked back Murdoch stopped him and said, hey, you have to meet me at this place, or whatever. So that was cool. And he talked to the police officer who is arresting the guy and something about his father. I was a nice man, and then it says Spider-Gwen now meeting up with at the place to meet Murdoch and one of these ninjas, and her have a fight was pretty cool. Showing her and the ninja having a fight was pretty cool. And then there's a bunch of them coming in and they're having a big fight and she get all caught up and beat because these were crane ninjas against somebody who's never fought any of them before. So it's pretty cool, and they figure, and Matt Murdoch knows what her powers are. Her powers are how they work and all the stuff, and so he's like, hey, I have this thing, but you can use it to, I have a way to get infinite powers, to give you infinite, like, stings, cartridges, or whatever those things are, to give you powers. I can give you infinite amount of them, so you can always be Spider-Gwen. But you kind of have to do what I say if I need you, or so whatever the case. Then with, the last page, it ends with his dad in jail, and then the one police guy giving him a present as a book and stuff. It was a nice ending, and not bad issue. It continues a lot more of the story, plus also being a Christmas issue, so I like that, because usually it was Christmas issue sometimes. Oh, it's a Christmas issue, we don't need to really continue much of the actual story, we're just going to do it'll be like a one-off issue kind of thing, and I like that, how these ones, even though they are spin-off like this one, or the Thanksgiving one, or the Halloween one, or even spin-offs, they still feel like they are part of... It's still explaining stuff throughout the universe. That's cool. And also at the end of every issue of Spider-Gwen, there's usually a page where it gives you, like, information on the character. The one's on Silk, I think just the whole operation as a whole. And the first page was in Spider-Woman Alpha. So all the members and stuff, like Sin Moon, all stuff. And the next issue is going to have Spider-Gwen teaming up with Miles Spider-Man. I have read it. Pretty awesome. We'll get to that when we get to that book. I don't have part 1. I haven't read part 1 what was in Spider-Man, but I did read part 2. It was cool. So now I know to get part 3. I will get part 3, now I know what to look for it. But yeah, really cool to get that. Really enjoying Spider-Gwen. It's one of the favorite books. It's definitely one of my favorite books in Marvel. I'm not reading that many, so it's hard to say. There's really other good ones I'm not reading, but I think Spider-Gwen is a good book. I really been enjoying it. I'm glad I continue to read this. Now, I only have 4 books, so this does not stress to be the hour-long, about an hour podcast. It probably won't be, unless I talk about AD After Death a lot, because that's the longest book out of all the ones I have. Probably not gonna talk to her about that much, but let's continue on. Next, we got DC Rebirth stuff. We have The Hellblazer, issue 5. This is the 5th issue of Hellblazer. If anyone knows, John Constantine Hellblazer is one of my favorite series, just Hellblazer in general. John Constantine's awesome. This is the Poison Truth, part 5 of the Poison Truth story arc. And then in the beginning, it says like the Daijins, I think they say it. It says them and the evil, them being, and you see a lot more them talking, and the one Daijin's like, I can control you. It's like kind of like making a look old or whatever. I don't know. I'm kind of look here. It's making a look. Go back. Because I usually look at the comics to help me, because I haven't read these in a while, so it's kind of just to make sure I don't. Because I don't read. I've read so much stuff since then. I have like I said, I have like 4 other videos already of stuff. So it's like it's been a couple weeks, so it's kind of need to refresh on some of my stuff. And he's like holding up in the air, and he's like turning old. He has power against her. He's like, I guess watching her kind of. You're gonna do what I say, kind of stuff. It looks like. Now we get back to John Constantine. He's with Chaz, and they're with Swamp Thing, who's on the ground and who got attacked or something when he was in the green or whatever, having some problems. And then we have the other girl who I don't remember her name, and that's gonna bug me. Oh, Mercy. Her and Constantine, her and Swamp Thing are doing a thing because they went in. And Constantine's here, and he gets up, and he's like, everything looks like it's gonna be fine. C gives him some seeds or whatever. He like grows a bunch of stuff around him, and he like goes into it, and he's gone. And then C goes with Constantine, so they're gonna figure out, hey, what's going on with the Daijins and stuff. So Chad takes them to, is it the airport? No, they're going somewhere else first before they tackle the problem. They go to a Cane Hill Asylum. And there's a lot of stuff for them just talking. So this issue is there's not much to go. This is one of the issues where there's not much really I can say about it. Because most of it's just them talking about stuff. And it's not too much when it comes to, if you're just looking at it and trying to explain, it's hard unless you just read it. But I have not. It says I'm walking through the asylum, and so a panel with John Constantine, like remembering all his times in when he was in the asylum. So that was kind of, I think, was a cool little throwback to say that actually happened in this version. And then it shows her mom or whatever, and she's like, is that Constantine? It's been a long time. And then them talking and everything, having, a little talk, and then it's like, yeah, that was cool. So Constantine's not the biggest dick he is. And it talks about her and some of the stuff she went through. And it's just them talking for the rest of the issue. For the rest of it, and it's like, yeah, that was more like it. And it's like, yeah, we gotta go and do this shit. We have to go and stop it, whatever. Then ends with Swamp Thing in the forest with a couple of the trees that can talk, I guess, because it has to do with the green, whatever, and they're talking and everything. Stuff's, I guess, going bad or whatever. It's like, and talking about stuff, and it's like, yeah, stuff's going bad. You need to maybe do something. That's what I'm getting from it. And ends with to be continued in the next issue, obviously, because this book is awesome. And yeah, this book was awesome. It was kind of short because it was not. I don't mean short as in it was short. Just when it comes to me talking about it, there wasn't much to say about it because not really a lot happened to. It's not one of the issues where I can say, happened. It's one of the more like I feel like a laid back issue where it's like, not a lot happened in this issue. It's a very laid back issue. Not a lot happened, but it was fun. I enjoyed it. Hellblazer being one of my favorite comics at DC. Probably my favorite comic, maybe at DC. I wouldn't say it's pretty. I would say my favorite comic out of all the DC stuff I'm reading, if we're just doing the DC Rebirth stuff, I would say also Batman's one of my favorite. Has been my favorite. Hellblazer comes in second, and I would say Suicide Squad comes in third. Out of the Rebirth stuff, because I think that's all the Rebirth stuff I'm reading. Then, if you were counting the DC Young Animal stuff, that stuff would go first. But yeah, Hellblazer. I've always enjoyed Hellblazer, so it's cool to get a regularly Hellblazer series or Constantine series. So happy to get that. So that was issue 5 that came out. That actually came out this week, the week of after Christmas. Now we're moving on to the only one, the best comic of DC Rebirth, in my opinion. Other ones I'm reading. There's a lot of other good ones. Like I've heard the Superman ones are really good, or Superman books, or the Batman books. Most of the books I've heard are good. Wonder Woman, Flash, Green Lantern. Like they've been doing pretty good on the board with all the comics, so I'm happy. Next we get my favorite out of the one time I'm getting. At least this story arc was probably my favorite. All-Star Batman, issue number 5. I'm a little tired because I'm doing this in the morning. It's not too early, but I just feel a little tired. This is issue 5 of All-Star Batman, and this concludes the story arc with the Two-Face story arc with them taking Two-Face or whatever, and that's the last. We see all of these guys. Like, I guess this mob or bunch of villains going in to try and get Batman and them, and we have the Penguin with his mob of people, and like they blow up the bridge, so then the boat goes off through the water. So we have Batman, Two-Face, and Duke like just traveling on this thing, and everybody's trying to attack him. So they burst this piece of wood or whatever, so they're floating on it in the water, and then they're escaping, and then they're like, yeah, we need to do something, and they blow up some more of the boat, so it doesn't like go off over the edge of the waterfall, and then like Penguin and them die because Batman's not doesn't want people to die. He's pretty, even with the villains, he wouldn't let them die. So, but then they're going to the waterfall, and then they all like do a jump, as jump watches out the waterfall. I'm like, yeah, something like I feel like Batman would do. And then we see characters we haven't seen. I like when they start some characters you don't see in a while, like Dumb, Tweedledee, Dumb. They're still in the comics, so that's kind of cool. And Batman just socks them both. One hit both of them and knocks them out. Pretty cool. And then they continue on their quest, and then they go back to Commissioner Gordon at the Batman's place, and they broke down the clock, and something's in there, and they're gonna figure out what it is. And they told Alfred to stay outside, and then Gordon and them have a talk with Alfred about what's going on. Can you tell me, like, Bruce is not here, he's on the way on the crib. I can't, and he knows, like, Batman's out doing all this stuff, and then they get to the place where they're trying to take Two-Face, a place where him and Bruce were as a kid, and also Two-Face knows Bruce is Batman, so there's that. And what happens? Find a thing on the floor, has like this thing, and I think is the serum, or a thing that's going to maybe fix him or something, I'm not sure. Or stop whatever his thing is, I don't know. To my knowledge, I think it's the serum, I'm not sure. Somebody calls him and his outfit telling him, this is what happens, I had to tell these guys what's going to happen. Somebody was going to, let out whatever, and it looks like it was going to be the Joker, let all the shit go to the fan. And he's like, you can handle that fine, I have my own problem. Then he takes Two-Face, and then they get into a little fight and start fighting and stuff. And he puts the stuff into him, fixes whatever the stuff that was in the air or whatever. He fixes it, and he feels like, it feels wrong because it didn't fix him. And it didn't fix him or whatever, it kept him like the way he was or something, or fixed him, I don't know what the deal was. But then he gets stabbed by the one guy who has the, I can't look, he has the light in the eye. The thing, he has the red, I don't know what his name is. That's this guy, Beast, it says Beast, I think his name is Beast. And he's like, stabbed him, like straight, like stabbed him, it's like, oh. Really cool. The artist is cool because it's by John Reed Jr. And so it was a Duke's saving his butt. I think was a Duke. Somebody like shoots him and knocks him out or something. And it says all these people who were like, I guess trying to kill him, or some other people like trying to stop him and save Batman and everything, and they get into a fight, and it's cool. And at the bottom of each page, we were kind of see that, hey, Commissioner Gordon has this suit and they're going down these secret stairs. Is it going to be to the Batcave? And we find out that it is not to the Batcave, it's to like a private little man cave. And it's like something else is here, something else is going on. And we see Duke save Batman from falling off the edge, and it all seems to work out at the end. Except for the thing with, obviously with the thing with maybe with the, Commissioner Gordon and them in the house. Other than that, everything seems to be pretty fine with Batman's end, but on that Commissioner Gordon's end. Then we get a thing that says my own worst enemy finale, and showing like all the people who walked on it. And they didn't do this. It's like the second to last page, because the next page is the final page of the book, But so Penguin and all them back in their place, and the doorbell rings, and he goes to and he finds the one guy was still alive. This guy, who they thought died or something, came back and I guess wanted money or something for his services, maybe, I guess. And then it takes off the mask and it's really Batman. He did the scam. I thought it was really cool. And it's like, next, Mr. Freeze. So next issue, he's going to have Mr. Freeze. And this ends the first story arc, one of the best Batman comics I've read in a long time. It's really fun. I really enjoyed All-Star Batman issue 5. It ended the story arc just how I wanted it to. It was an amazing book. I really enjoyed it. It's definitely John Romita Jr. Artwork is amazing. Josh Snyder's writing is amazing. And this book is just amazing, and I have read the next issue since then, since it came out, actually kind of sooner. It's really good. But now we get to the last book we're going to be talking about on this podcast, is AD After Death, Book 2 by Image. It's made by Image Comics, and it's written by good old, again, Scott Snyder, and with amazing art by Jeff Lemire. So let's dig into this one. I'm going to actually hold this one because it's a little bigger. And this is continuing the story where we left off. In the beginning, so it's more in the beginning of each chapter before it actually says like part 2 or whatever, before it actually gives you the title and everything of this issue. It shows him on like Earth and shows what's happened, and then the guys are coming after him and everything. It's really cool, and I want to try to get through this as quick as I can. And then we got part 2, the goodbye suit, and then it goes into a bunch of more. When it comes to the story elements, what I call story elements, so it's like a book. It has just like a bunch of text. All that I'm not going to kind of skip through. It's like there was a bunch of stuff that telling his past, more stuff on his past. So I'm just going to say that. So it kind of gives you a big. I'm going to tell you the stuff that actually happens in the I guess the middle or the now. I guess although he hears stuff. He keeps thinking he hears stuff on Earth, so he wants to figure out what's going on. And he finds this kid who's locked up with all the stuff attached to him, and he sees him like right there next to him in bed, and then he's not there. Then he talks to the other girl and everything, and tries to figure out what's going on. And yeah, it's nothing. And then he goes back to the place, and he keeps thinking he hears something. He knows he hears something. He's like, I hear something. I need to go talk to somebody. And then it goes back to more of so many stuff that happened in his past, of him at his job, and talking about his jacket, saying he was trying to steal, and all these. The guy talking about this is going to be an awesome place. You need to come to this place where they are now. He goes to talk to this one guy, and he's not there. He tells him to meet me at this theater place. He talks about like, hey, he talks about all this stuff like, yeah, like I hear people and all this shit and all this stuff, and like, basically what they're talking about, and yeah, that's what all it was about, like. And talking about I'm trying to explain it. Talking about like, I hear things and I wanna what's going on. I wanna leave. It's not the perfect place I thought it was, or maybe it is. Just I don't feel like I don't want to live here. It may be perfect, but I just don't like something about it. Or I just don't want to live here. And he goes, gets the cow. There's just a little bit more on the backstory, not much. Just like a couple pages just showing a little bit more to backstory. And then we go back to the place where he heard the sounds, the secret place, and then the guy opens it up and finds out the kid's missing, or whoever was locked up there with all the stuff, and the cow was left there, and he's like, alright, and let it all begin. So the next issue, I'm assuming, just going to be, most of it's going to be just all of him on this planet. We're going to get a full issue of that, so that's cool. The first 2 issues had a little bit of it in the first issue, and then we have a little bit more in this issue. But then the next issue is going to be all about that. See how this ends. Because the next issue, AD After Death Book 3, is the conclusion to the story, what comes out next week, and I'm excited. This is a book that surprisingly came out monthly. Because of how big this book is. This is a $5.99 book. It's an expensive book. It's only $18 when they come out. It's not really that much. $18 might be. Other than a few minor kind of things, I can see it being a teen book, yeah, but it's really good. I really enjoyed it. I had a lot of fun with this book. I definitely recommend this. It's a good indie book if you want to read indie. If you like Scott Snyder's work, or if you like Jeff Lemire's art style, like Jeff Lemire, you might want to give it a try. Really good. Enjoyed this. So that is the last book I got for this week. on the podcast. This has been going on for about 20 minutes. Like I said, this one might not be as long as other ones because of the fact that there wasn't a lot came out this week. And I was thinking, do I want to take stuff from the next week and do this one? But then I recently picked up some issues I was behind on, so I got those. I'm going to talk about in that one, so I have enough to talk about. That's it for this episode of the all-new, all-different rebirthcast. It's a little shorter, but hey, maybe that means people might, I don't know, just shorter sometimes can be good. It's not always has to be long. I don't read as many comics as, like, most of the other people do, so as probably a lot of other people do, because I don't have that much money. I read enough, but certain weeks a lot of stuff doesn't come out, and even if I get stuff I'm behind on, it's still not a thing. And also, I do have a comic book subscription now at the comic book store, so all my stuff I should be getting weekly, unless for some reason it's something that's not on the list, or something's not down right or something. So far I've gotten about, I think, everything on my list, so we'll see. But that's all I have to say. Hope you guys enjoyed this podcast. You guys can always subscribe for more of these podcasts on this channel, and I'm going to figure out what I want to upload them to, because I want to have a download thing. I might do SoundCloud. I could also maybe do Bandcamp or something else. I don't know. I'm going to figure out what to do. Where I'm going to put these to download. I'm going to figure out a place where you can download them and listen to them on the go. Even though I don't have anybody listening to them, it just would be cool to have them. So if people do eventually want to download them or listen to them on the go, they can. I'll figure that out. And that's all, really. Thank you guys for watching the all new different rebirthcast. I don't know what episode. I think we're on episode 5 now. But I'll see you guys in the next podcast. Stay epic. Bye.